We are live. This is the NBA Rundown. The channel is Nuke the House, and I'm joined today by Jayme and Tyler. Tyler, I'm going to start with you. Jayme and I had a great show yesterday. I mean, what a fantastic show. Hour and a half of great dialogue, some back and forth. We agreed on some things. We disagreed on some others. Everything about the show was awesome except for the fucking picks. Bro, we took Miami. I took Golden State -4. They won by 3. And I took the under, and I knew that was dead in the first quarter. So, you know what's funny? Like, sometimes when I get my ass handed to me like that, like yesterday, it fucks with my confidence. I'm still pretty confident. So, we'll see. We'll see if that's warranted or not. But, Tyler, we haven't seen you for a couple of days. General thoughts on the NBA and what you've seen for the playoffs.
I took a couple of days off, and spread's dropping F-bombs not even 2 minutes into the show. So,
bro, it's weird for me. Like, we have losing days, but reverse swept, that doesn't happen very often. You know,
it doesn't. But I mean, to be honest, I haven't watched much basketball. Just haven't been interested. I've been watching more of the draft, seeing where the guys have fallen in the NFL. I've just been watching like the last 5 minutes of the game. Like, watched the end of the Warriors game last night. Seen Jimmy hit the couple buckets late.
Did you watch the end of the Heat game? I mean, that was just fantastic.
No, I mean,
television. What great drama.
Glanced at the score, seen they were down like 85. That's about it.
Bro, I was telling Jayme I was doing some work for today's game. Maybe that's why I'm so confident. I know I have been doing the prep, even if the results didn't go my way yesterday. And so I was about 15 minutes late. Dude, I turned the TV on. It was like 30-8.
It was bad.
What did I miss?
Yep.
So I got to telling Jayme, at least it didn't piss me off when I lost. Like, I was kind of disappointed because that Warriors game looked like we were going to cover. I was thinking, well, okay, I lost the Heat, whatever, bad pick. I wasn't the only one who made that pick. A lot of people were on that. Okay, I lost the under, so I'm going to go 1-2 because the Warriors were ahead by a lot. They were ahead by a lot. I thought I was going to cover that for sure. That was pretty disappointing.
You guys think that bucket counted in Denver and LA over the weekend?
I feel like whatever.
Aaron Gordon?
Yeah. I feel like if you I don't know. I feel like if it was called not a basket, I bet they probably would have left it called not a basket. But since they called the basket, I feel like they had to. I am biased as a certified Denver hater, so I was hoping it wasn't. Jokic just getting absolutely bailed out for a terrible shot attempt, airballed, and just happens to hit Aaron Gordon.
I love how all the replays don't show that it was a shot, and they make it seem like it was like it dropped right in there.
It was a I mean, come on, how can you not get a better look with 8 seconds at the half court, right? Like, you can't get a better look than a 7-footer turnaround fadeaway for.
Do you think that was his way of saying F this season?
It might have been. And then Gordon saves it. He's like, what is happening?
Yeah, that's.
He's like, I already booked my flight back to my little horse ranch or whatever he has. Largest lead was 12, Clyde, and I laid 4. That's 3 times the amount. What's up, Daniel Barry? All right, Jayme, what did you think last night? Obviously, the picks didn't go my way last night. But like I said, I'm actually pretty confident because I feel like I've done the work. And I'll admit, so obviously he was a bad pick. The under probably was a bad pick too, but hey, I'm fine with it, right? What did it land at? 215 for a 203. Okay. And the Warriors, I mean, I'm fine. I'd make that bet again. What did you think about last night? And you know, we talked a lot yesterday, but how are you feeling?
Yeah, feeling good. I did go 1-1 because I did give out the Evan Mobley under 3.5 assists. He ended with 1.
Oh, great,
which the blowout definitely helped that too a little bit probably. But I mean, he was a disaster pick, and I did try to tell people probably not to tell it. This is just me being a Spo fan and hoping he wouldn't get swept, and it doesn't matter, man. The Cavs are just a much better team than the Heat. They didn't belong. The play-in, once again, it kind of looks like these teams that squeak in here, right? These 8 seeds don't really belong. So overall, the last game was a good one. Tough for the Golden State, man. It's one of those things too, right? It's like if you bet on them, you at least want them to cover. If you bet on them, you want them to cover, but you don't want them to win if they're not going to. Like, so winning by like 2 or 3, whatever it was, is like the absolute stone worst in my opinion, because I'd much rather them lose especially since I did take Houston plus 1.5 to start, and that's probably toast at this point. Steph Curry didn't even have that good of a game, but more importantly, man, we got to talk about Jalen Green. I mean, an absolute disappointment, man. I mean, 6 of his last 7 games, he has scored single digits. I just
Is that me or him, Tyler?
we
He's
talked
audio
about it.
now. No, it's back now.
Yeah, I had a phone call. Sorry, I was on my phone.
Oh, okay, you're good now.
Yeah, sorry about that. But yeah, Jalen Green just pretty much unplayable, man. Down the stretch, that was wild to me. Sengun he struggles against Draymond. He struggles against Draymond, man. Once Draymond gets in that game, he's toast. So it's tough. But also Houston, didn't they shoot like 60% from free throws? Like you just can't miss 12 free throws to expect to win. They're terrible free throw shooting.
Again.
Yeah. I don't get it, man.
They need a guy. They don't have.
They need a guy. Yeah. 100%. I know we talk about it a lot on the show. We did like last week, but like the Kevin Durant sweepstakes, I genuinely think the best spot for him probably is Houston.
Yeah, I think you want the other one.
Who? Oh, Giannis?
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. I think so. Giannis, I think would probably be more.
Too.
Imagine.
I would give up everything.
Imagine Giannis with the Thompson twin. Like, good luck scoring on them.
Shangoon
and with Steven Adams and Shangoon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Steven Adams won't be there.
They would lose the rebounding battle like 3 times over the 82-game season.
Yeah, Steven Adams won't be there. In my opinion, I don't think so.
He should. Nate Duncan had a. Pardon?
No, I think he's a free agent, isn't he? After this year, so I would imagine
they could build a much better package than like the likes of Brooklyn too. Like,
well, yeah, because they have all of who's all the picks they have. Brooklyn's picks, right?
I thought they gave all of Brooklyn's picks back. I could be wrong.
Oh, did they? They probably did. Yeah. All right. Well, we'll save the fake trades for ESPN and let's dive into tonight, guys.
But just before that, they're sticking with the fake trades for a split second. Just pieces
right, let's do it.
Just pieces wise. Van Fleet, Jabari Smith, Jalen Green is better than any 3 Brooklyn could put together.
Yeah, I mean, if you're Milwaukee, though, you're just looking. You just want like 10 draft picks. You want to go.
Yeah, but you can get two guys who have been in the league less than 5 years, a veteran point guard, and picks on top of that. Or you could swap these other players that Houston has. Tari Eason. The only untouchables probably are Thompson and Shangoon, and that's it.
Yeah.
I mean, if Milwaukee says we need Shangoon or we're hanging up, I'm sipping. And I'm Team Shangoon, Tyler.
I want to ship Jalen Green at this point. You got to keep Shangoon.
Yeah.
I'm on your side of the argument now.
Yeah,
I mean, I would obviously rather, but
my only pushback on Eve with Giannis with it is now these guys really aren't going to make free throws, right? I mean, if you Sengun and Giannis at the free throw line,
it's not going to matter when you're up by 11 and you have 30 more rebounds than the other team.
You'll have a guy to go to for a bucket, though. It's like, here, Giannis, go get us a bucket.
Yeah, I think you just need maybe 1 or 2 good shooters outside with that. But yeah, no, you're right. I mean, you add Giannis to that team, it's going to be
the way I would want them. I'd want Giannis, I'd want KD, and then I want Booker.
Yeah.
The way I think it plays out, I think they end up with Booker.
You think?
Yeah. I think that they think that's the best fit for them.
So you think Booker is for sure going to leave? You think he's going to leave Phoenix?
I think they're both leaving.
Wow, I kind of thought Booker might have been not a lifer, but I thought like that he was like the more untouchable for Phoenix. But maybe you're right. I mean, he would be a really good fit there because he's a guy who
replace Van Fleet and play next to Thompson.
100%, and he is a guy who at the end of the games you can get a bucket because that's what Spread and I talked about yesterday, and it was kind of showcased here at the end of the game. Who was the guy at the end of the game who you were going to get a bucket? And that look from Shangoon was terrible. That was like, from the free throw line, doing a little hook shot, little floater, like he was contested. It was a bad look. They just didn't have a guy, right, who you can go get a bucket. And, that's what they need. They're a piece away from being a real threat.
All right. Well, we'll talk about that a little more, but let's get into the games for tonight because we have 4 games on the schedule. And like I said, I should be less confident, right? Because I did terrible yesterday. But I feel confident about all these sides. So I'd like to talk to you guys about them. First game, Indiana Pacers, Milwaukee Bucks. I'm not falling for that elimination game shit again. It's over for the Bucks. Pack it in. It's over. Get on the phone. Figure out where Giannis is going to go. Move on. Damian Lillard's not coming back. And other than Giannis, the team sucks.
Yeah, his team's bad.
Take Giannis up. I mean, they're like neck and neck with the Washington Wizards and Charlotte Hornets for the number 1 overall pick. I'm laying the 7.5 with the Pacers. What do you think, Tyler?
Just give me Halliburton double-double and win it plus 106. Shave the 8 points off.
Okay. Jayme, who do you like?
Well, this is what I was telling you. I needed someone to maybe talk me off the ledge. I was leaning Milwaukee. I don't. Maybe I'm gonna probably pass. I did take Kevin Porter Jr. over 15.5 points. His splits with Damian Lillard off is pretty drastic. He's gonna shoot the rock. So I do like that. And my lean, like I said, was to Milwaukee plus 8. I will probably stay away if you guys are pretty convinced that it is the Indiana show. Part of me just thinks I could see Kevin Porter just get hot. I could see Giannis having one big game. But you're probably right. And we talked
But here's
about
the thing: he's had big games every game.
He averages like 30, 12, and 6.
Yeah, but I think Kevin Porter. I like Kevin Porter tonight. I won't lie. I wouldn't be surprised if Kevin Porter went up for like 30.
Even if he goes for 30, how many is he giving up?
Yeah,
He's
you're
not
right.
going for 30, guys.
Why not?
He had like a 2 or 3 week stretch when Dame was out when he was really good, and other than that, he's been absolutely.
Couldn't you see this team quitting like Miami did yesterday?
I do.
Maybe. I don't know. I try to generally lean less on like teams just quitting when they have like a massive superstar on their team. I just think it's like Miami didn't have a massive superstar. I think it's probably easier to quit. I think Giannis has the ability to kind of rally some troops. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I will probably stay away then from the Milwaukee side, but I definitely do like. I like Kevin Porter over 15.5 points. I feel pretty good about that.
I don't like Indiana as a team, but they just.
I don't either,
winning.
But they're pretty.
They just keep winning.
Yeah.
How about this argument, Tyler? I said if you swap coaches, that Milwaukee would have the lead in this series.
I don't know.
Coaches are pretty bad.
I'll be honest.
Yeah, but you know how good coaches can make things better, right? I mean, look what Kenny Atkinson did with Cleveland. Same roster, 20 better wins.
Yeah, but we've seen it with their roster last year, like that they were good.
I mean, who's the worst coach in the NBA right now than Doc Rivers? Doug Christie. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, there's not many.
Yeah,
he has Darvin Ham on his staff too, so he's not helping himself out.
Yeah. It's just an absolute joke what they've done to Giannis. So, all right. Jamie's willing to take a shot on the best player on the floor.
I just want to preface. I am not actually. I had not bet it. It was a lean. I wanted to talk to you. You convinced me. I am not going to take it. So if we come back on tomorrow and Milwaukee wins this, I'm going to blame it on you, spread. Just so you know.
Fair enough. I'll deserve it. I definitely, as you guys can see from today, I have no problems admitting when I'm wrong. The Detroit Pistons are plus 5.5. They're taking on the New York Knicks. Total's 215. Tyler, this is why I'm glad you're on today. You know what I want to do, right? You already know what I want to do. What do you think of this game?
I mean,
I want to take the Pistons if you didn't know.
Yeah, I don't think the Knicks are really all that good. My worry though is the Pistons really don't have anything outside of Cade, and they're on the road. Like, what if Beasley and these guys shoot bad? And the Knicks just seem to get every not lucky call, but like they tackled the guy on the 3-point line last game and just get out with a win.
Yeah,
it just seems like the spot where they're at home. They probably end this series. I don't know if they win by 6 though, so I can see why you want to take the Pistons.
All right, Jayme, what do you think? You want to join? Do you want to join me here and get on Team Cade once again?
I kind of do lean the Pistons a little bit here. I've been much higher on the Knicks, I think, than probably you two have been. I was on the Knicks last game. I also had this weird, like, with the NBA clearly kind of screwing over the Pistons last game, or the refs by the end of the game, no foul call, and they come out to admit that that it was actually a foul. Which, by the way, I absolutely hate the last 2 minute report, whatever that's called. I think that is the dumbest thing in the world. Like, there's no repercussions for anybody. You just come in and say, "Yeah, we botched the call. Sorry, it happened," and then you move on to the next, which I think is stupid. So I do lean the Pistons. I leaned the over here, but I feel like we missed the boat because I think it opened at 213. And so I don't really love taking it now at 215, but I could see some points here. Another player probably I am on Malik Beasley over 13.5 points. I like him in this spot. And so it makes me lean the Pistons. I think the Pistons could keep it close. Would I be surprised if the Knicks ended up winning? No, I wouldn't. But I feel like it's going to be a pretty close game. I don't think the Cat at the end of last game was insane. I don't know if we even talked about that the other day, but like a couple of those shots that Cat hit towards the end of the game were wild, wild shots, man. And I just don't know if we can expect that again from Cat. So I do think the Knicks probably win the game, but I do lean with the Pistons here. I leaned with the over, but I do like Malik Beasley over 13.5 points.
All right. Sounds like a plan there. So it sounds like we're all in alignment on taking the points with the Pistons here, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
All right. Another game that I want to take the points, Tyler. The Magic are taking on the Celtics plus 11, 199. Although, to be fair, of all my positions today, if you said spread, you can only bet 3 of these games. This would be the one I would throw out. Because, I mean, other than Powell, this Magic team can't get a bucket. So 11 seems like a lot. I lean towards taking the Magic here, but like I said, of all the 4 games, this is my least favorite.
Give me Boston at home.
Why is that?
At home, they're going to make their threes. Just like you said, Orlando's got one guy that can get a bucket. I don't see it with Orlando keeping these games close. Yeah, they had a couple close ones, but let's not forget they got blown out in game 1. Could easily happen again right here.
Yeah, I'm probably going to stay away here, Jayme, unless you just want to make a convincing argument here for Orlando or change my mind and get me to bet the Boston Celtics.
I like the Boston side here. I got Boston at closer to I got them at like closer to 13-point favorites in the spot. I think that this to me is just the game where they finish them off, right? Like we've seen the game play out a little closer. I think though this is a team where the Boston, they're going to want to get some rest now. They just saw the Cavs sweep the Heat. They don't want to play around now with their food, right? I think they go out and they finish this one off here, and I think they smoke them. I wouldn't be surprised if this has similar vibes to Cavs and Heat, right? Where you turn on the game and it's like a 20-point game early on the first quarter, first half, and it's all she wrote. So I like the Boston side here. I like the 11.5.
All right. I'm staying away from that one then because, like I said, these other ones, I kind of feel confident in my pick. Orlando, it was just more of a lean. Any thoughts on the total at all?
No. I have it at 200, so it's like right at the number pretty much.
Yeah, I've seen a 199 online right now. All right, let's go to the best series and probably the best game of the night. The Clippers now are -2. We just talked about it. The Nuggets barely won. Weren't the Nuggets up 85-65 in that game? And the Clippers stormed back? Feels like the Clippers are taking a lot of momentum. The
Clippers tied the game up after that.
Yeah, it feels like Clippers are taking a lot of momentum into this game 5 against Denver. Denver's not been good against the spread at home this year. I like the Clips. I'm gonna lay the 2 here. What do you think, Tyler?
Yeah, I'm on the Clippers. I mean, To be honest with this series, though, would it surprise anyone if the series was over and either team swept each other with the way these games have played out? These games could have went either way in the end with 2 or 3 possessions. Like, the Clippers could be up 3-1 if Aaron Gordon doesn't punch that ball home. So this could just be – this series could be all over the place. But it seems like the Clippers have controlled most of these games. So I'm on the Clippers. I like the Zubac double-double and win. If you want to go the Harden double-double and win, the Zubac one's 125 and the Harden one's 2-1. I don't hate either of those. Or if you want to go Kawhi, say 30-plus points and win, you're getting plus 350 on that.
All right. Jayme, what do you think here? Best series of the night or best game of the night?
Yeah, it's going to be a fun one. I lean with the Clippers. I think they're going to get it done. I think they brought all the momentum. I think that the depth of the Nuggets is an issue, like we talked about yesterday. We talked about all series, to be honest. I just don't think they're going to have enough legs towards the end of this game, and we saw this last time. I think they outscored the Clippers by like 18 in the third quarter, and they come around the fourth quarter where the Clippers then outscored them by 18, and they're almost able to steal one. And I think that's a lot to do with the lack of depth for Denver. Who are they going to be able to bring off the bench where they can trust to get them points? I like the Clippers here. I love the Zubac call too. I think that's a good look.
All right. There we have it. A lot quicker show today here. Guys, I don't know why. I'm in a great mood. I thought we'd be fired up. I don't know how we smashed through 4 games so quickly. Tyler, what's your favorite bet for the night?
Probably either the Halliburton double-double and win or the Zubac double-double and win. If you put them together, you get a plus 365 ticket.
All right, Jayme, what's your favorite bet for the night?
I'm gonna go Beasley over 13.5 points.
All right, you like Malik Beasley over 13.5.
Yep.
Out of all that we talked about, I think my favorite is the Pacers. I just think the Bucks are done. I just think the Bucks are done. Jayme, we'll go ahead and answer this question, and then we'll get out of here. Are the Lakers toast?
Lakers at 7, baby. It's going to be Lakers at 7. No, realistically, obviously, they very well could be toast.
They're toast.
I don't. Maybe we'll see. They're going to win Game 5.
Yeah, they're going to win 5. I mean, what's it going to be like when the Lakers have like 56 free throws and the Timberwolves have like 12?
Yeah, I mean they're definitely winning Game 5. It's going to come down to Game 6. If they win Game 6, it's over. Lakers are winning at 7. I don't. Luka and LeBron James in a Game 7 in LA. Yeah, I will take that. Look, I think the more realistic, right? Like if I had to bet my life on a scenario, it's going to be Timberwolves in 6, right? But obviously, I don't have to bet my life, and obviously, I am a fan, so I'm going to look at this as optimistic as possible. And I think they win Game 5. And Game 6 is going to be a tough one. But in reality, if the Lakers would have won Games 3 and Game 4, would we have been shocked by seeing how those games played out? No, they were all pretty close games. I think JJ made a pretty bad decision in Game 4 by playing the 5 guys for the entire second half, which I don't think was ideal. Luka, like I said, had a tummy ache in Game 3, was sick all day. So I'm still cautiously optimistic, right? Like last year when they were against Denver and they were down 3-1, I said it was toast. They had no chance. I think this is a completely different beast. Anytime you have home court, anytime you have Luka and LeBron, I still feel okay. I still think we're due for like an absolute massive, like efficient Luka game too. I don't know. We'll see. Tyler says they're toast. I don't know.
They ain't
We'll
getting
see.
Game 6.
You think that? I will bet you any amount of money you want that they win Game 5. Any amount of money.
It just smells like last year where it's like Phoenix can't die this fast. Phoenix can't go down. There's another one. There's another one.
Kevin Durant and Devin Booker are not LeBron James. And
they might as well just start calling Anthony Edwards Randy Orton because he's the legend killer.
Jamie's going to be in my DMs about, let's see, the game starts at 7, about 7:45, 8 p.m. fucking Luka, fucking ball hog, fucking ISOs. The guy doesn't play defense. LeBron's out here doing everything. Are we sure that Luka's really good?
And you know where I stand on the LeBron thing? That guy went scoreless in the fourth quarter last game. You can't have that.
Because he's a 40-year-old player that just played 46 and a half minutes out of the 48 total minutes, and he was the best defensive player on the floor, having to guard Anthony Edwards, Julius Randle, Rudy Gobert. Why does no one talk about how Luka went 1 for 6?
And they're not toast.
No. They should. That was a mistake by JJ, not giving LeBron a rest at all the second half. That is mind-numbingly dumb. Like, I don't get. You couldn't put Jared Vanderbilt in there or Gabe Vincent in there.
Well, I told them if they were tired, just let me know. That's what he said.
Yeah, that was a rookie mistake. You cannot play 5. There's a reason it has never, ever been done in the tracking era, right? Like, there's a reason why. You can't. He's 40 years old, and not only that, he just played 36 hours ago. It wasn't like they had 2 days off of rest. He dominated 2 games in a row because he had to dominate game 3 because Luka came in with a bad stomach ache, whatever it was. He was sick all day. I get it. Luka didn't show up. So LeBron had to dominate then. Then 36 hours later, he has to go and dominate again because Austin Reeves goes scoreless in the first half, right? And then so LeBron has to dominate all the energy offensively and defensively. Like this is how you know LeBron James is the greatest player ever, because the standards that this guy gets held to at age 40 is like, you have to be the best offensive player. You have to be the best defensive player. You have to lead in assists. You have to lead in rebounds. You have to lead in blocks. You have to lead in field goal percentage. You have to lead in steals. Come on. Like,
okay, but now listen. You're telling me he had to do all this.
Mm-hmm.
He's the smartest basketball player we've seen play basketball, probably.
100%.
He calls the shots, even outside of his head coach, GM, and owner. We talk about him just dominating the game in every facet.
Yeah.
You don't think he kept himself out on the floor because he had to be out there? Because he knows if he goes to the bench, the game's going down the drain. He could have pulled himself off that floor at any moment in that second half, but he didn't.
Have you played any competitive sport, though, right? It's like, as a competitor, you are never pulling yourself out of the game. It's like the fighter out. There's no fighter is going to say, hey, I quit. I throw in the towel. You're
not throwing in the towel. It's I need a break for 5 minutes. But he knew he couldn't take himself off the floor for 5 minutes because they're going to go on a run and they're going to take the lead. But that's why he never left the floor.
It's because you're a competitor. You're never going to. No one did. It's the head coach's job to look and say, oh, wow, this player missed a rotation. This player looks like he's a little tired. This player needs to get pulled. The reality is LeBron James had like 2 blocks and 2 steals with the last 4 minutes of the game. But yet also people want him to be the best defender guarding positions 1 through 5 and also score the points.
I don't want him to do anything. I'd be fine with him just, starting a podcast.
Yeah,
who is these people you're talking about?
But no one cares about Luka going 1 for 6 in the fourth quarter as a 26-year-old top 3 best player.
Getting it. Luke, you don't think Luka hasn't been getting in the media?
Not like LeBron.
My whole timeline was like Nico Harrison right now.
Tyler didn't bring up Luka. He brought up LeBron.
We've been talking about LeBron for the last 15, 20 minutes.
You brought up LeBron. I brought up the Lakers winning this game. You said they were toast because LeBron went scoreless in the fourth.
I just said he went scoreless in the fourth, and you told me about every other facet he had to dominate.
Well, that's what I'm saying. No one talks about Luka going 1 for 6.
That's why he goes scoreless in the fourth.
They talked about it.
We know Luka can't play defense. We knew that coming in.
But that's nothing to do with going 1 for 6. If you can't play defense, and then you go 1 for 6 in the final 12 minutes of a game.
This is just reverting back to my original.
Serbian Zach LaVine at that point.
Spread. This is literally just reverting back to my original statement. So you're telling me they're not toast?
No, I don't think they're toast. It's a 1 game sample size. I think
all this bad stuff about them
because you can't play 5 guys. How many? Do you know it's happened 0 times where they played 5 guys for the entire second half? Like you really think that is Gabe Vincent? Gabe Vincent's played all series. You can't play 3 minutes. Jared Vanderbilt can play 3 minutes?
No.
So hey, let me get this straight. these players that you say good luck on, you also, by the way, pick the Lakers to come out of the West. So if the Lakers are so depleted and they have nobody other than these 5 guys, explain to me your rationale of you picking them to go out the West. Because to me, this feels like recency bias.
That shows you how much I've watched NBA this year.
Well,
guessing.
See, that's my point. Is Gabe Vincent doesn't need to come in and be an all-star.
This
but you
sport's
tell me
like
Gabe Vincent
like a
for 3 or 4
roulette
minutes?
table. You just roll the ball and pray to God it falls on the right number.
Nah, Lakers. And by the way, I'm being honest. If you think the Lakers lose Game 5, my DMs are open. Slide in them.
Plus 195 right now offshore.
No, if he said he's confident. We'll do even money.
He said, "I'm just."
Oh yeah, but now he's trying to do me on the line. This is crazy.
We say even money. No, we'll do.
You already guaranteed it.
Oh, I guarantee.
If you guaranteed it, you
and then he's trying to shave 90 cents off. I mean, what kind of book is this?
100%. This is my book.
If he's so confident, he should give me like 3-1.
I'm not gonna give you 3-1.
Yeah.
Oh, I would give you the odds. You find a book off like FanDuel or DraftKings. We don't have to go through the middleman of a book like that. We'll just go straight up, you and I. They're not losing Game 5.
Extra $1 from them spread.
They are not they're not losing Game 5. It's just
I don't think they are either. I mean, because you could play 5 guys the whole second half because it's gonna be 8-on-5. You guys are gonna get every call. It's not even gonna be like competition.
I mean, and also, by the way,
when Triple H is in like the front row, sitting next to Vince McMahon, I'm gonna be like,
Yeah. Well, maybe they should after the fact the NBA just came out again and said that they botched the call with 33 seconds left and Luka actually got fouled. That wasted a timeout.
Yeah,
where the Lakers would have went to the free throw line down 113 to 114 to shoot 2 free throws with 33 seconds left. Probably changed the little outcome of the game, but but everyone acts like, the Lakers were never in any of these games and they're completely toast and they lost.
Who is this everyone you're talking about?
Tyler. That is my everyone.
I've watched like 4 minutes of the Lakers series. I'm the bad
guy. You're our inside the NBA guy. You know how those guys don't watch the NBA?
Like
Teddy Smith
the
is
only
Charles Barkley's like,
of
who's
the
this
Lakers
Paolo
series.
Banchero guy? He's pretty good.
Literally the only parts of the Lakers series I've watched. Like there's no lies in this. I left work one night to go get food before first Lakers game started. I was in the drive-thru. I watched maybe 5 minutes of the first quarter of game 1 when the Lakers were looking good. I said, man, this team looks really good. I got back to work with my food. They were down 20. I turned the game off. The only other part of a Lakers game I watched was the last 10 seconds of the game that was on Sunday. I turned it on. It was like Lakers have ball. Lakers miss. T-Wolves win. Turn game off.
Get out of here, then, with all your conviction trying to get me rattled up.
It's over. They're toast.
I'd have been this rattled up in a minute.
He's like me when they were doing the pro LeBron comments in the chat, right? Do you remember Mikey?
This was easy.
Yeah.
I can't wait to get some Green Bay going if it was this easy with the Lakers.
Oh yeah, there's no doubt that gets me. I'm parched. I'm looking around. I left my water bottle out in the living room, man. I'm licking my lips, dude. It's rough. No, they could lose game 6. I feel very confident. I will be honest. If they lose game 5, I would be shocked and I would be heavily disappointed if they lost.
He's gonna want to fight me spread if they lose game 5.
Yeah, next thing you know, I'm gonna block Tyler and he's no longer gonna show up on my Twitter feed. I'm not gonna be coming on.
He's gonna sign me up for that 100 people versus the gorilla fight.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, 100%. No, we'll
Where you guys
see.
fall on that debate? Are we beating the gorilla?
I mean,
okay, if it was a video game, 100 people can, right? But let's just say we're all gonna fight a gorilla, right?
No,
I see your arms just get ripped off. Do you think
that's the thing? You need brain dead soldiers going in that.
It has to be like a video game where you don't care about the results, But I mean, after the first 2 guys' arms are just like ripped,
The best tweet of all that debate was when they were like, "What that gorilla does to the first person that goes at it will be talked about for generations."
Yeah, because it's just like.
Yeah, it's that it depends right on the people. If it's like 100 gladiators that are all like committed to the mission of like knowing we're about to go to war
Yeah.
here, we're gonna have
They have to be like the
sacrifice.
old Vikings that believe that
It
you
can't
go
be
to
guys like
heaven
us. We got to be
if
sending
you
like
die in
Brock
battle.
Lesnar, guys
Yes,
like that.
if you
Yeah.
send 100 of us three in there,
We're dead. We're so dead.
No, because after Tyler gets his arms ripped off, I'm running.
Yeah.
My
I'm
arms
out.
ripped off.
Like,
He's
fuck
gonna
this.
use me to
Yeah.
beat you guys.
Yeah, I know it's gonna be
Yeah.
terrible.
Yeah, but no, if you get 100 like Brock Lesnar's and the big boys like that, yeah, I think get Cain Velasquez in there, Daniel Cormier to hit a single leg. I think
John
think they
Jones to
could.
poke it in the eye.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. I think it definitely could, but at an average, 100 average people, no chance. You know what I mean? Like if you just
This
randomly
reminds
pick
me of this debate reminds me of back when you guys were like barely born, probably. There was this big poker forum, and I used to go to all the time. It was before social media. And the number one viral thread was like, let's say you're locked in a gym. How many toddlers
Oh
could
yeah,
you beat up? Like, how many would it be before you would lose?
I mean, you would need. I have heard that you would need thousands. I think. I mean, maybe I'm over.
Nah, you don't
I
need
guess
that many.
maybe
Because
I'm.
just once they're
knock
on
you down,
you can't. Once you can't move your arms, you're kind of screwed in your legs.
I just think
that's
man,
the difference between.
It's around 100, I would think. It's about the same,
Yeah.
right? We're about toddlers to a gorilla.
No, but I think that's the difference is the gorilla can fling us a good like 25, 30 feet. Like
you could throw a toddler pretty far, though.
You could.
It depends.
But the power that thing generates is a lot different.
Yeah. Well, and it depends, right? Because they're not all toddlers are created equally. There's some big toddlers out there. You know what I mean? But there's also some small ones. You give me 100 of the small ones.
Babies grab a hold of your legs, Brad.
those Texas toddlers that are getting like recruited at like Pee Wee football already.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, 100%. You know we flew by this, so we start to get into man versus toddlers and man versus gorillas.
What's great is we've gained viewers since the debate has started.
I know.
People are tuned in, man. It's all the rage right now, dude. 100%.
It is actually the number one discussion, right? I mean,
it's everywhere.
It's the funniest thing on Twitter right now.
It is hilarious. Yeah. Has anyone seen a simulation of it yet? I know someone's gonna do it. Oh, really?
They've done one?
Yeah, they've done one. I'll find
it. Was it the gorilla just like destroying?
It has to be, right?
It's like 3D, guys. It's not even like AI. Like the gorilla's just like running around like on a computer plane. I'll send it to you guys. It looks weird.
Yeah. Really?
Okay.
Yeah, I knew someone would have to get that simulated at some point, man. That is too good.
All right, gentlemen. Well, I hope tonight's better, man, because everything else in my life has been great, dude. I'm loving my new area. It's like 70 degrees outside right now.
The bees taking control.
Nice.
Yes, actually, I did, and I didn't even have to do those fake wasps. So you know what I have to do? I just have to go out there and fight them like every 2 days.
Fight them,
and then like I literally I just go out there and I just start killing them and just knocking down their nests.
Oh my God, we got spread versus 100 bees. Who wins?
This is great.
Oh, it's me for sure. But it's the same deal. Like after I kill a couple, the rest of them just fly off.
Okay.
I told him all he's got to do is buy the $5 fake wasp nest on Amazon and hang them up because they leave because they're territorial. Instead,
it's war. Yeah,
he's like, no, I'm just gonna fight them.
I was gonna buy them. I love it. We have wasp issues out here too, man. They get into like the little vent and they go through our fireplace, and so they start coming through our fireplace.
Oh, they go in your house?
Yeah, there's been
mine are just on my deck.
Oh yeah, it's been like that. Last year, I came in the house and there's like 5 of them, and I'm like, holy! And I felt bad. I came home, my poor dog was in my house the whole time. I'm like, oh my God, dude, he's probably scared shitless, dude. So it was then there was they inside the vent and the outside they had they built a nest in there, and so I had to go get it killed. And then earlier, like a couple weeks ago, I found one come through again, so had to get it resprayed. It's like, dude, it is wild, man. All right, Eric Rojas. I don't. Rosas T Wolves. He says, "Come on, man.
Hey,
come on, man.
He's a boxing expert, so he obviously knows a fair fight when he sees one."
Yep.
All right, guys. But we got to win though, because everything else is going great. The only thing that's been going, like I've had like one of the best weeks of my life. The only thing that went bad was my stupid picks last night. Bro, Miami, what a joke.
That was bad.
Mean, what do they do there? So when I wrote about that game, I said, all they need is Khalil Ware to develop, right? And they're just building this, this really great team. And then I kind of had to second guess it last night. I mean, did you see Tyler Herro's elimination game stats?
Yeah. He's rough.
They got to tear it all down. They could try and maybe like pivot and target like a Booker or a Giannis and try and build a package around Hero and stuff and try and maybe just jump into the next era. Other than that, I think it's tear down season. You got to start accumulating picks. Like it's over.
I don't even think Booker. I think it's Giannis or bust. If you try it for Giannis.
Yeah.
Once he gets traded somewhere else, how much do you think Adebayo would get you?
What do you think he is? I think he's the fourth best center in the league.
Yeah, so let me just throw this in there real quick. So I was thinking about this last night. We give you Reeves, Connect, first round pick. I think the Lakers have 2031, and then they have another pick.
Trade machine going.
Or maybe they only have that one pick. Yeah, get this trade machine going.
I think they'll have another one available though at the end of this year.
Yeah, I think so.
So I know they had one they could trade at the trade deadline. They'll be able to trade a second. So they'll have two number ones available to trade. I think for two number ones
and Reeves and Connect.
I don't think people care about Connect, but I think two number ones.
I think so. Connect was a top 15 overall pick. He's a really good shooter. He's terrible defensively, so he's borderline.
They've already done the Duncan Robinson experiment. How is he any different?
You're gonna have to find a lot of salary to fill here.
Yeah.
Bam makes 34 a year, and Connect and Reeves combined is only 15.
15?
Yeah, but then you just start throwing in like the Gabe Vincents and the Jared Vanderbilts, right? I mean, you can make
add in Gabe Vincent, you're still failing the trade. So now you're looking at a lot of bodies moving around. Your best bet would be probably Reeves, and does this one work?
Is it really?
That doesn't even work.
Was it really? Was that you looking at?
I don't know if this trade would be even able to go down. If you throw in, even if you did Reeves, Rui, and Maxi Kleber, it puts the Heat over because the Heat are dancing on the luxury tax. So now you're just going to have to sit there and play this game of like matching everything.
Yeah.
Also, I don't know if Riley would give Bam to the Lakers.
Yeah, that's another thing. Like
the Spurs wouldn't. Like the Lakers could give the Spurs like a 10-time better offer, and Popovich would refuse to trade with them.
Yeah, you're right. And I also think the league right now is pretty sensitive towards like giving Lakers another star player, right? Especially after like the whole.
But here's the deal for Los Angeles. I don't know if they need to make a trade. Like there's going to be plenty of. So Nate Duncan always talks about this. Centers, it's like running back. If you need to fill it for cheap, that's the position you want to be lacking at, right? Brook Lopez will be a free agent. This Milwaukee thing's probably done, right?
I got a trade that works for you guys.
What is it?
It'd probably have to involve some picks because this team's loaded up on them anyway.
Yeah.
Hartenstein for Bam and just picks.
I mean,
Bam next to Chet. I think he's a better passer than Hartenstein. He moves better. I think he can defend more positions. That would just be making that team even better than they already are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like Bam. Bam would be a fun guy. But you're right too about the center position. This would be a decent amount. Like I even like for the Lakers, I wouldn't even mind like Steven Adams. To be honest with you. Like I would like him as a good fit for the Lakers. Lakers don't need like a superstar center.
Let's be honest. Even if you guys had Jonas
Claxton's my number one option.
Even if you guys had Jonas Valanciunas, should be fine.
I don't want Val. I don't like that.
You understand my point though. Like you just need a guy that's taller than 6'9".
A lob threat. Yeah. No, you're right. No, 100%. J-Val will be better. Claxton is actually my number one option who I would like the Lakers to trade for. I think he is the perfect fit for this team. A perfect lob threat, a good rim protector. Like those are the things that the Lakers need. Outside of maybe hitting up Nico one more time and see if you can't get Daniel Gafford. Outside
Bro,
of that,
did he just get taken advantage of by his friend?
who
This
Nico?
reminds me of when I was like 7 years old and I had all these awesome marbles, and my buddy who like we looked up to, who's a year older than me, like convinced me to trade them for these just crappy marbles because we were friends. I mean, that's what Palenka did to Nico. He just took advantage of his little younger brother.
I did that one
so
time.
Old he play with marbles.
I was about to say, but I did do that one time with a neighbor kid. I gave him a Pikachu for a Charizard Pokemon because Pikachu was like it was like one of the most notorious ones. Wasn't the best, but like most popular.
Yeah.
And I felt so bad about it. But yeah, I robbed that kid blind. But I think
you're the Palenka of this show now.
I like it.
The thing is though, Nico reached out to Rob, right? Like that's the crazy thing. You know what I mean? It wasn't like Rob was like, hey, I have this idea. He reached out to him. But the fact, though, that I think that Nico didn't get more is kind of the issue, right? Like,
I don't think the issue is moving on from Luka. Like we talked about it before.
You should have got both picks. You probably could have got Connect. You probably could have got Reeves too, to be honest with you.
Bro, you could have waited and got Giannis.
You could have got so much.
Yeah.
You could have got Giannis this offseason. There's no better offer that Milwaukee could get. I don't care. If
I think it's just like we keep trying to pin it down to one thing. It's just like a compounding thing. I think of the ownership's pressure on the gambling thing. Nico and Jason Kidd talking themselves into Luka being fat. Palenka catching.
I don't think Jason Kidd liked the move at all.
So Nico talking himself into Luka being fat. Palenka catching wind of this happening and encouraging Nico, and then the Talkstar trade happens. It's just a compounding thing.
Bro, it was terrible, dude. It'd be like if I had this badass chick, and then you were telling me to dump her, and then you just start banging her like 2 weeks later. I mean, that's what Palenka did to him. I mean, just terrible. Hey, guys, we were talking, this Pacers line moved from 7.5 to 8.5. Any reason why? Is that sharp movement? I just refreshed my RotoWire. I didn't see any injury news.
I
don't know.
It never moved for me on FanDuel.
Yeah, I bet it at 7.5 when we broke down the game. What was that? It was only 40 minutes ago, and now it's 8.5.
Yeah, it's still 8 on FanDuel for me too. But yeah.
So if you guys aren't moving, then that means that my book took a lot of money. So
yeah,
if this is bookmaker and they don't ban people, so someone probably just I'm obviously not going to bet it. I don't think I have that much in my account, but let's just say I did this again. Keep selections. Yeah, someone probably hit them. The max for this is 30K.
Oh wow.
So someone probably maxed it. And at bookmaker, they'll just move the line and then they'll let you remax it.
Yeah.
So I'll bet you someone just maxed it at 30K and they're like, fine. And they just moved to 8.5 and like, you want to hit it again? So, but I know people who are playing those Pacers alts tonight too, off of what we saw last night, and I think that really contributed to it. It's funny. We didn't really talk about it. We skipped over the whole series, but Memphis didn't do that. Memphis didn't die like Miami did.
Yeah,
they only lost by 2.
Game 1.
No, but I'm just saying, with their whole season on the line, they only lost by 2 points.
No, I also think that was.
I mean, they at least played with some heart, right? And that's what we expected from Miami last night, right, Jayme?
Yeah.
Miami didn't have their star player like murdered on their home floor right in front of them. Literally WWE tackled John Moran out of midair and was like, you guys aren't winning this game.
Yeah.
So they at least had to show some heart. Miami had nothing to show.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's fair.
All right.
Do we think Jaws getting traded in the summer? Or
I think they need to probably get rid of him. I think they got to start.
Why would you fire the coach then to placate him?
Yeah, I mean,
it is so weird.
Well, the Grizzlies doesn't seem like a very well-run organization, right? Like, I don't think.
You know what's funny though? Like, don't you think they are a well-run organization? They're a small organization. They've done well for 10 years. I mean, they've had different iterations.
I mean, yeah,
they had that Tony Allen team. just for what they're working
Zebo.
with, because no one's going to go there.
No,
Who's signing with fucking Memphis?
No one.
No one.
Right? Oh, should I go to LA with a bunch of bitches, or should I live in Memphis and wear bulletproof vests everywhere? Like, I mean,
Too bad Denver, or one of Denver or Memphis, isn't on the Eastern Conference. Because getting Ja to Denver with Jokic would be like the perfect off-ball point guard for Jokic. Outside of Jamal Murray, of course.
Well, old Jamal Murray, that he doesn't exist anymore. Yeah. I don't know where else. Where do you think he fits? I think he has to go somewhere where he's the number 2.
He's got to be the number 2, and it can't be a wild city because you can't have him in trouble. So cross off.
How wild's Denver, Jayme? Wasn't Denver where he was caught getting head in the club?
Actually, I think it was.
I think it really was. Actually,
I think it was.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's like you can't send him to either LA team. You can't send him to. You damn sure can't send him to Miami.
No. No.
You think we could put him in Brooklyn?
Yeah.
No.
I mean, Brooklyn's gonna be rough.
He'd probably die. He'd probably run his mouth and die.
I mean,
if he survived in Memphis, I think he could survive in Brooklyn.
Yeah, but in Memphis, he's like a folk hero.
It's like the highest murder capital city in the entire United States.
But he's beloved. He's beloved there.
And you're probably right.
Yeah, I think he gets like a pass.
Think we could put him in Houston?
Probably die, but it'll be a great fit.
I think it would be a good fit too.
You think Udoka might beat him up?
I think
the same thing. He would say the wrong thing to the wrong people in Houston. I don't think Houston plays around.
No, and I do think it'd be good fit basketball though, for sure.
San Antonio's already got a point guard. He's not going to Sacramento.
He might. We're so stupid.
Dallas, no. Golden State, no. Clippers, no. Minnesota? Those two together would be comedy.
That would be tight, actually.
That would be.
That would actually be a good fit. Yeah.
Yeah. So. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Real quick, Tyler, before we end this, who current top 5 players in the NBA, if you had to rank them? Spread and I kind of did this the other day, so curious on your thought. Now, after some of the postseason.
Just like I have to rank them 1 to 5.
Yeah, if you can.
I
know probably there's like 3 to 5 might be close, so you can just name those 2.
Seeing as though I haven't watched much of the playoffs, probably just judging by box scores of what I've seen, SGA 1, Yoke 2. Literally what I said. I haven't watched much, so I'm guessing it's all box scores. SGA 1.
I'm so shocked because if you look at the box score, how can you not have Jokic? He's averaging like 21, 18, and 9 or something. That's what he's averaging.
Again, this is coming from somebody that's watched little to no basketball. SGA 1, Yoke 2.
Hopefully you hit the drive-thru again tonight.
I don't know. Tatum 3.
You think Ant probably 4?
Yeah, sure. We'll put Ant at 4, and we'll go Giannis 5. Fuck it.
Yeah, I think that's yeah.
I think you flip Luka and Giannis, and you're fine.
Yeah.
I mean, not Luka. You flip Tatum and Giannis.
Oh, okay.
I think the tough argument right now is Giannis or Ant at 3. I think I go Giannis. Imagine if he was on that Minnesota team, how much differently we'd be talking about him right now.
Yeah. I mean, Giannis.
Do you think they're downgraded that much? I mean, it's the same thing. 2-way player can create. The only thing Ant does better is shoot threes, but Giannis is a little more versatile on defense.
Yeah. Yeah. I think Giannis is probably 3. And then probably Ant. And yeah, probably Tatum.
Yeah, I hate putting Tatum ahead of Luka.
I mean, yeah. I mean, you could put Luka. I mean, honestly, outside of the game he was sick, he has scored 30 plus in every game.
The only thing is Tatum can get you stops and Luka can't, right?
He can't. And the big issue too with Luka is he's just not getting. He just has multiple games, right, where he has 2 assists or 1 assist and 1 rebound in a game. Like that's just not good enough for Luka. So I definitely don't think he has played. Clyde says Brunson's top 5. I mean, yeah, he's definitely played pretty well.
Top 5 hardest to watch.
Foul baiter for sure. He is a foul baiter for sure.
All right, guys. Well, hey, we're going to be back at 5 p.m. tomorrow, 5 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Pacific. We only have 2 games to talk about, but it's the Lakers, so I'm sure we'll be on here for an hour. I thank you, everybody, for joining us.
Get the rile Jayme up again.
Oh, yeah. What's that? What's the meme on Grand Theft Auto? Oh, shit. Here we go.
Here we go. Yeah.